Dear teachers, welcome to TLS coaching session. Today we will see Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is a set of three hierarchical models used to classify educational learning objectives into levels of complexity and specificity. Before going into that, as usual, go through these questions. 2 questions are given. Do not skip. Pause, read, try to answer these questions. This taxonomy was proposed by Benjamin Bloom in 1956. He was an educational psychologist. There are 3 domains of Bloom's taxonomy. The cognitive domain, which is knowledge-based, affective domain, which is emotion-based, psychomotor domain, which is action-based. The cognitive domain, which speaks about knowledge, affective is about attitude, and psychomotor is about skill. Scholars are primarily focused on the cognitive model. In this cognitive model, it starts from the simplest to the complex level. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Remember, if you need to remember the order, the hierarchical order, you have a mnemonic here, RUAAEC, RUAAEC. Raise your aim and educate children. You can remember like that. So now let us see, remember, it relates to the recalling facts and basic concepts. The attributes are define, duplicate, list, memorize, state. And after remembering, next level is understanding. Here the attributes are classifying, describe, discuss, explain, identify, locate, recognize, report, select, and translate. After understanding, the learned content has to be applied for using in the new situation. So here the attributes are execute, implement, solve, use, demonstrate, interpret, operate, schedule, sketch. You need not memorize these attributes. If you just think about what the students are doing, whether they are applying their knowledge for new situation or whether they are just understanding the ideas or whether they are able to recall the fact, easily relate with these 6 levels. After applying, analyzation. So here the attributes are differentiate, organize, relate, compare, contrast, distinguish, examine, experiment, question, test. Once the content is remembered, understood, and applied, the students now go to the complex level of analyzing between the content. They are able to differentiate and relate. After analyzing, the next level is evaluate. Here, making a judgment based on the criteria and standards through checking and critical analysis falls under this evaluation. Here, the attributes are apprise, argue, defend, judge, select, support, value, critique, weigh, etc. The last and the higher order thinking skill in the cognitive domain is create. Here, the learners are able to produce a new or original work. The attributes are design, assemble, construct, conjecture, develop, formulate, author, investigate. We will next go to the affective domain. The skills in the affective domain describe the way people react emotionally and their ability to feel other living things. Affective objectives typically target the awareness and growth in attitudes, emotions, and the feelings. There are 5 levels in the affective domain, moving through the lowest order process to the highest order. We'll start from receiving the lowest level. Here the students passively pays attention. Without this level, there will be no learning. So this is about receiving, that is, a student is memorizing or recognizing as well. For example, attending the learning session, being aware of what the knowledge is imparted, willingness to hear and to receive the knowledge, be attentive to listen to whatever the knowledge is imparted. So these are all the attributes of receiving, like hear, listen, be open to talk, focus, attend, etc. Example, listen to and aware of the names of the newly introduced participants can be an example for this receiving. Next is responding. The students actively participate in this learning process. They just don't attend or hear for that stimulus. The students react in some or the other way. They'll be willing to participate, willing to react. They will be satisfied to respond, to be motivated to respond. Example, after receiving the knowledge, the students will be motivated to participate in the group discussion or giving a presentation. Here the attributes are respond, react, clarify, contribute, question, cite, perform, etc. Next is valuing. This involves the attachment of the value to the content, the value to an object, phenomenon, or a piece of information which they have gathered from the class. The student associates the value or some values to the knowledge they have acquired. So they strongly associate with the topic, demonstrate commitment to the topic which is taught. And this is like proposing a plan to bring out the improvement on any social level. So the examples or the attributes for valuing is arguing, challenge, debate, refute, justify, critique, explain, invites, etc. Next level, fourth level is organizing. The student can put together different values, information, ideas, and he will try to put all these things into his own schema. She will be comparing, relating, elaborating on what he has learned. So he now knows to prioritize the different values. He now knows to resolve the conflict, and he now knows to prioritize to other people. For example, they prioritize the work-life balance, and they now know the freedom of speech with a responsive behavior. Next is internalizing. Internalizing is a building of abstract knowledge, setting of values, and behave accordingly. His behavior is predictable and he supports his own values. His or her value system controls her behavior. He adopts a belief or system or philosophy. So the verbs are internalize, act, displace, influence, practice, believe, etc. The third domain is the psychomotor domain. This is learning by doing. The psychomotor objective is specific to physical function, especially reflex action and body movement to interpret the information and to learn. Here, it implies that the physical activities supports for cognitive growth and improving the knowledge or skill. The learner uses physical action to achieve a cognitive or affective objective. In 1975, Dave has divided this psychomotor domain into 5 different levels, starting from the lower order to the higher order. They are imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. Imitation is nothing but copying the action of another to observe and replicate. So replicate what is directly observed. For example, aligning his or own car seat exactly as advised by the driver's instruction is an example of imitation. Next is manipulation. At this level, the learner will reproduce activity by instruction or memory. See, the attributes are reproduce, carry out, build, perform, execute, implement. Example for this manipulation is while learning driving, looking into the back and side mirror every time intended to take a turn. Third is a precision. At this level, the learner will execute skill independent of help. Here, the examples are slowing down the car in anticipation of the signal without being instructed comes under this precision. The fourth level is articulation. At this level, the learner will adapt expertise to complete a non-standard objective. Example, stop behind a parking car to give away an incoming vehicle without instruction. So here, the behavior is integrate and adapt expertise to fulfill a non-standard objective. The attributes are solve, coordinate, apply, develop, etc. Next is naturalization. At this level, the learner will automate skills. Unconscious mastery of skills happens at this level. Example for this, passing the practical driving test by independently driving satisfactorily. So the verbs are define, design, aim, specify, manage, invent, create, etc. These three domains, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains, are important to establish in a pedagogical interchange so that the teachers and the students will understand the purpose of that interchange. Organizing objectives help to clarify objectives for themselves and for the students. Having an organized set of objectives helps the teachers to plan and deliver appropriate instruction, design valid assessment tasks and strategies, and ensure that the instruction and the assessments are aligned with the objectives. Now let us discuss the question and answers. In a lesson, a teacher narrated a story and then asked the student to answer some questions. Which of the following questions best reflect the level of evaluation according to the Bloom's taxonomy? Now we will go from D. Draw a sketch that portrays the main events in the story. Sketching is just applying what you have already know. Here, drawing a sketch doesn't have any relation with judging. Actually, it is an application of what is already learned. So this is not the correct answer. Next one is, what could have happened in the story if you were the author? Here, the story is related with a learner, and the learner will be able to relate and analyze what would have happened. So this one speaks about analyzation. So this is not the correct answer, where we are not judging anything in the story. Next is, do you think this is a good story for children and why? Here, you are evaluating the story, whether the story is good for the children, and you are critically finding out the reasons for why the story is good for the children. So this comes under evaluation. So this is the correct answer. Going to A, who is the important person in the story? Here it is identifying a person in that story comes under understanding. So the answer for this question is B. Next, we will go to the next question. In a language class, after the students finish reading and discussing one of the stories, Which of the following class tasks could be considered at the level of synthesis according to the Bloom's taxonomy of cognitive objective? Synthesis means create in the new version of Bloom's taxonomy. Now let us discuss from the option D. Think of a situation that happened to a character in the story and write about how the character would have handled in this situation differently. If you see here, there is an abstraction which is used in this particular situation. So this will come under application. So it is not synthesizing. Using of the abstract which happened in that story and writing about that character in a different way is a application. See, identifying general characteristics of the main character. Here, after the story finishes, the learner is able to identify the character, doesn't create anything new from the learned content. So this will not come under synthesize. This is identifying, which comes under the understanding. Next is decide if the story really could have happened and give reason for your decision. Here the learner is deciding and giving reason. So this could happen only by analyzing the story. So this is not synthesizing. Whereas A, write 3 new titles of the story that would give a good idea of what is it about. Here, the learner is going beyond what he has learned and understood and applied and analyzed. Here he is creating a new product or a new topic or title by putting all the content which he has learned, by inventing a new, by putting his new idea. So this is the answer for this question, which is a synthesis according to Bloom's taxonomy of cognitive objective. So we can see the answer for this question. 1 is B and 2 is A. Thank you.